Good morning. It is 10 a.m. on August 16, 2022. We'll call to order the meeting of the Story County Board of Supervisors. Please stand with me if you're able and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah. Do I have a motion to adopt today's agenda?
So moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. Morgan. Aye. Aye. Basil. Aye. Now it's time for public comment number one. This comment period is for the public to address topics on today's agenda. Anyone wishing to make public comment, you can raise your hand on Zoom or step forward to the table. Seeing no one, will close public comment number one. We have no agency reports. Moving on to consideration of minutes.
I move approval of the August 9th, 2022 minutes as presented. Second.
Moved and seconded. Hens.
Aye.
Morgan. Basil. Aye. Consideration of personnel actions.
I move approval of personnel actions as listed. Second.
Moved and seconded. Morgan.
Aye.
Hens.
Aye.
Basil. Aye. Next, we have consideration of claims.
I move approval of the August 18th, 2022 claims as presented. Second.
Moved and seconded. Hens.
Aye.
Morgan.
Aye.
Basil. Aye. Consent agenda.
Approval of the items on consent agenda. Second.
Moved and seconded. Morgan.
Aye.
Hens.
Aye.
Basil. Aye. We have no public hearing items today. Under additional items, we have consideration of resolution 23-12 authorizing placement of a stop sign at intersection at 290th Street and 530th Avenue. Do we have Darren on? Yep. 1 second, we'll get you unmuted, Darren.
Morning. Yes, what we have here is a stop sign authorization. It's at 290th Street and 530th Avenue. This intersection is seeing a lot more traffic now due to the Highway 69 turn lane project, 8057. Some people are using it as a detour route. So we had a request from the post office in the area to look at the intersection for safety. We did that. We look at three things when we look at these intersections: traffic counts. The traffic counts here are fairly high, right around 100. And then accident count is the second thing. And there has been 2 accidents in the past 10 years, and they both appear to be due to, the third thing we look at is site obstructions. And I think they're both due to some trees that are obstructing one corner. So I felt, one, is prudent to get stop sign put up, and 2, we did something a little out of the ordinary due to the timing. We went ahead and put them up as soon as we possibly could before board approval. Like I said, we could take them back down if the board did not approve, but due to the high traffic count, due to the detour, we got them up immediately. So they are currently already up, and we've had a lot of people thank us for that already. So unless there's any other questions, I'd recommend approval.
Just a couple. I'm hearing that you're bringing it up now because of the detour, but also there's been 2 accidents and there's an obstruction. So I assume the accidents were before the detour. So you're wanting it to be a permanent stop sign?
Correct. And these trees have grown up over the years and slowly gotten bigger and more obstructive. So yeah, it's to the level it should be a permanent sign now.
You said you've had positive response to having the stop sign there.
Correct.
I don't have any additional questions.
Yeah, I don't either. Thanks for just moving on that and yeah, acting in the interest of safety for everybody. So we definitely appreciate that too.
All right. Yep. Thank you.
I would move approval of resolution 23-12 authorizing the placement of a stop sign at the intersection of 290th and 530th.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Merkin.
Aye.
Edwards.
Aye.
Basil. Aye. Thanks, Darren.
Thanks a lot.
The next we have discussion and consideration of resolution 22-97. Morning, Marcus.
Morning, Board. So before you all is the residential parcel subdivision. Chuck Harns has requested this. He did one 3 years ago for his other property. So this is just for, if you go on the next slide.
Do you mind speaking up a
Oh,
little bit?
yeah.
Thank you.
So for the property in blue is where they did the one about 3 years ago. And then where the star is where the new house is that they're using to do the residential parcel subdivision. Everything's planning to stay the same. This is just for estate planning, just for later on down the road. So his properties are divided up how they're wanting them for the future. So the existing house is on a 2.08 net acre lot. The proposed lot 2 would be 3.15 net acres. There's an access easement that's been granted on his other property for that lot because there's a hill there, and so it'll give a better access point if someone were to ever build on it. Then they have that easement. You could probably do a couple. Yeah. We sent out notification last Wednesday, and so 2 Fridays ago, I put out the sign. We've switched to when we're doing these, we're also putting out the sign on the property. And so that's been out there. Haven't received anything about it at this time from anybody. And it meets all of our requirements for residential parcel subdivisions. There is some floodway on there. You can see on the plat, they did grant the easement for the 60 feet that they're supposed to. But I mean, generally nothing's really going to change there. So no developments proposed. The outlot's unbuildable. So
So because it's A1, they'd have to come back if they wanted to build.
well, if they wanted to build on that new proposed, that lot 2, which is considered buildable, they'd have to come get a zoning permit. But that would be it. It'd be done. There would be it would do any other development without a whole other way bigger thing. So which would be like a rezoning and all the way more intensive stuff. So, with that, staff is recommending that you all approve resolution 22-97 residential parcel subdivision plat. CNS Carnes subdivision plat 2 is put forth in sub 22-503.
And when did you say the sign went out?
In not last week, but like that
2 weeks ago.
Friday. Yeah, Thursday, Friday of that week before last week. So almost 2 weeks.
So just so for clarity, you're putting signs on land so that other folks know what you're proposing?
Right. So it just says, residential parcel subdivision, and it says what the maximum number of lots is. And then for any questions, call our office. No, we did ag subdivision you all did an ag subdivision, I think, with Andrea. So the same thing, we had the ag subdivision sign out there. So we're starting to do that. It's just like an additional level of that public outreach. So
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I believe we have someone who might want to ask a question. Mr. Griffith, did you have any additional questions? If you want to step forward.
We received the notice, this card that you sent out, but we didn't receive that till Friday of this last week.
yeah, we sent them out on Wednesday afternoon. They got printed. So
And we didn't, and so we never got it until Friday, so it was kind of hard for us to be able to reply.
okay.
The way I understand it, we're only looking at one more lot aside from the existing one that he built on. Is that correct?
Only this area here would be where another dwelling could be constructed. The rest of this is an outlaw, so it just stays as farmland.
Okay, because this is the existing one that he built, and so he's talking about doing another one on the south side of that draw.
It'll be buildable at some point. There's no plans to do anything.
At this point.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Just for estate planning is the purpose of doing the division.
All right, because one of our biggest concerns, because we just farm on the north side of it, and we've got livestock. And in the past 10 years or so, you know how the odor problem has become a big thing with some people. And that plus the fact that we are really, I mean, as you say, that's agricultural land, and we're really not in favor of growing houses on good ground.
Mhm.
We're not making any more of it, are we?
No, we're not.
Let
We're
me
not.
ask you a couple questions, if I might. How many head of cattle do you have?
We run roughly 80 head of cattle. We're a cow-calf feeder operation.
Mhm.
So we're not,
You're not a CAFO.
huh?
You're not a CAFO.
No. No.
In my
we-
mind, you know, when people move out into the country, they need to realize they're moving out into an agricultural area, and that agricultural uses aren't going to discontinue just because they choose to move out there.
Yeah.
And that's what we tried to tell people. I understand your concern. But we've told people and told developers that.
And
And
we do as well.
so,
That's fine.
so your lands continue to be zoned A1, you continue to be able to use it for agriculture.
Okay.
We can't guarantee that somebody won't say, gee, I don't like that,
Mhm. Yeah.
but we can't. We can't.
Now, is this rezoning going to change our tax base any?
It's not a rezoning.
It's not a
It's not a
It's
rezoning.
just
It's
adding a
just-
subdivision. So it's,
Nope. This
there's
is-
gonna be any change.
Nope,
Right,
no change.
right.
Okay.
Mr. Griffith, do you mind just stating your name and address for the record? I forgot to ask you to do that.
My name is John Griffith. I live at 215 North Vine Street in Cambridge, Iowa.
Thank you.
My farm is, it's a family farm, and we are at 312 620th Avenue. And it goes under the name of David Griffith and Griffith Farms.
Thank you. Do you have any other questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that takes care of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any additional questions?
Make a motion for approval of resolution 22-97, the residential partial subdivision plat, CNS subdivision plat 2 as submitted.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Hens, aye. Merkin.
Aye.
Basil, aye.
Thank you, board. Have a good day.
You too.
Thanks, Marcus.
Next, we have discussion and consideration of purchasing a 2022 Ram 3500 cab and chassis with flatbed. We have Joe.
Got Darren on.
Darren.
Joe's not over.
Right. Do you have any questions before we see if he needs to? It is pretty, yeah.
It was in the budget, it's a little over. That's
Right.
not a big surprise at this point. I don't have any questions. I'll move approval of purchasing a 2022 Ram 3500 cabin chassis and flatbed for $58,592 for IFB.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Merkin.
Aye.
Hens. Aye. Basil. Aye. We have no departmental reports today or other reports in the upcoming agenda items. Okay. Now it's time for public comment number 2, comments from the public on items not on this agenda. The board may not take any action on the comments due to requirements of open meetings laws, but may do so in the future. Anyone wishing to make public comment, please step forward to the table. Also raise your hand on Zoom next. Good morning, Lucy.
Morning, Board. Lucy Martin, Story County Auditor. I just wanted to make the announcement that today is it's a National Help America Vote Day. There is a national effort to recruit poll workers. So your office has been kind enough to push that out to social media for Story County. I know the Secretary of State has also done press releases today, and any public watching on Zoom, if you're interested, we have an application available on our website, or you can call our office at 382-7210 and we can send you those materials. So the next upcoming election for all 45 precincts is November 8th, 2022. So it is a paid position, and training is also paid and also required. So if you have any questions.
Can you tell me what the pay is now?
$10 an hour, $10.50 if you're a chair. Probably we'll revisit that with the board in the next year or two.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lucy.
Thanks to Bryce for helping me.
Thank you, Bryce. Anyone else wishing to make public comment? All right. Seeing no one, will close public comment number 2 and move to liaison assignments, committee meeting updates, and announcements from the supervisors. Supervisor Evans, you want to go first?
Sure. I had a couple meetings this afternoon, Wednesday in the office, Thursday afternoon. I know we have the department head and elected official meeting, but I have CICS at the same time, so that Friday morning, I'm going to stop out at the sheriff's office retreat, and then I'm also going to go to a cryptocurrency presentation. Monday I'll be back in the office as well. I'm sure in between now and next Tuesday, additional meetings will come.
Seems you know that. I'm in interviews this week for a deputy emergency management coordinator. We have a meeting tomorrow. And our meeting with our director. In the afternoon, I'll be at Iowa State for an IT presentation. And then StoryCon quarterly meeting, so I'll be there all afternoon. Thursday afternoon, I also will not be able to attend the department heads and elected officials meeting because I have 2 meetings that I need to be at during that same time, which I hope don't start at the same time. We're getting ready for a meeting at Headwaters, South Compton WMA. We have a coordination meeting to set our agenda, which we need to get done. And I have a CERCA meeting, which is about some of the federal funding coming down. And some various meetings on Friday and probably next. Don't have any next Monday. That's amazing.
Yet.
Yeah, there's a big blank space I was going to fill in shortly, I have a feeling, but yeah, going to be a busy week.
And next week is also the ISAC conference as well.
Starts on the 24th.
Right.
Yeah, I'm registered for that, I assume we all are.
Yep, and today I've got a couple of different SERHA meetings, one in the afternoon and one tonight. There's a NACO Central Region meeting this afternoon. And then tomorrow, I am here in the morning with no meetings yet, and the meeting tomorrow afternoon. and group. Thursday is the next ARPA grantee training in the morning that I was going to, planning to be available for. There's also an IRDC Zoominar Thursday morning, which kind of overlaps with the ARPA training on Iowa rural healthcare workforce. They're gonna record that.
I would do that if you would attend the ARPA training. Does that work?
You have the link for the IRDC.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
I will send that out. I will be here for the department head elected official meeting. And then I have an alternatives arrest aversion meeting, cover collaboration, and overdose awareness planning meeting Thursday afternoon and evening. Friday, we have our Go Green Team meeting. And then I was also going to hop in on the, into the sheriff's office cryptocurrency training also. And my housing trust meeting, which is usually this afternoon, is moved to Monday afternoon, and then I have a boost meeting Monday evening. That was a busy week. That's
That
it.
was my last week.
All right, anything further?
We adjourn.
Second.
Moved and seconded, Hens, aye, Workman,
All right.
Basil, aye, we are adjourned. Thank you.